Hey guys, this is Chris here with Raccoon Tactical. Today's video, we are going to do something a bit cliche. But we are going to look at alternatives to the Benchmade bug out. Now, this one here is one that I've put the Flytanium Lotus scales on. Oversized washers. Eh, One thing I've noticed about these bug outs, well, any Benchmade really, is the action on them is it's very finicky as far as any sort of adjustments. So for the new knife connoisseur, can't really recommend it. For somebody just for everyday carry. Not only that, but I mean, we all know these things don't have. Yes, they're nice, but they are way, way overpriced. So, number one is going to be the Cicada Wing from Bestechman or Bestech. And it even kind of matches. um, Now, this is going to be a sheep's foot blade. It's going to have your crossbar lock. Like the bug out, you're going to have like, I wouldn't call it half liners, I'd say like 1/3 liners. Similar build construction. The big difference here, this guy's going to run you about $160. This guy here might run you 50. So, yeah, think about that. You're running on phosphor bronze washers versus ball bearing or caged ball bearings. I haven't took this one apart yet, but I'm pretty sure it's like the cheaper the plastic ball bearings or the plastic like the cage. This does have a, you can see there it's already got some marks on the blade. That was me being a knucklehead because they said they painted the blade, so I took and was just trying to scuff it just to see, just how it would wear or how easy it would scuff. And as you can see, it scuffed it pretty decent, but this is an everyday beater knife for me. But this uses get it in there, a 10 CR 15 MOV steel, and is, it's pretty sharp right out of the box. I love the sheep's foot blade. For a sub $50 knife, I mean, nuts. I mean, just crazy. Um, a lot of your big retailers, Atlantic Knife, White Mountain Knives, they're all going to carry this knife in particular. Um, I haven't really looked into Blade HQ or Blade Ops or Knife Center. I don't think Smoky Mountain Knife Works is carrying it yet. But this is available in several different configurations. Personally, I went with the purple G10 just because purple's kind of my color. Um, Very good action, Very good blade centering. But save yourself $110. And the comparison knife here with my bug out is just a standard S30V. Nothing too special about that. All right. Now, the next knife I'm going to put out here for comparison is something else I've been carrying a lot recently. This is the Cold Steel Engage. Now, this is the S35 Cold Steel model. This is the 3-inch version. I do have the 3.5-inch, but it's a bit bulkier. This one is perfect for what I do day to day as far as everyday carry. I mean, you can see them tip to tip. I mean, they're all similar in sizing. And all these knives have been well used up to this point. I've carried each of them a number of times. Steel, I go back to this little $50 guy right here. Now, the Engage, with all that, you got your Atlas lock, which, yes, it's a great lock. Nice fidget factor. This is going to run you about $120, which you're getting a slightly better steel over the Benchmade, but you're paying the US made premium. Whereas you're saving yourself some money by getting a cold steel that's made in Taiwan, which it is very well made. Black G10 scales. We've got hollowed out liners. It's a very nice light knife. But again, it's going to run you about $120. All right. So go down the line here. And if anybody hadn't noticed by now, this video really is just me kind of showing my preferred daily carry knives. I've got hundreds in my collection. These are just like the top ones that I can beat up and not feel bad. But this is also a comparison of comparable knives to everyone's, almighty, bug out. Let's see here. Here's another good one. This here is going to be the NAFS Lander 2. This has got the solar flare aluminum scales. This is going to be a Ben Peterson design, S35VN blade steel, and it uses the adjustable clutch lock system from Kaiser. Now this one is another one. So far, I've owned this one longer than I have these others, so it naturally has saw a lot more pocket time. Again, you're looking at about 130, 140 bucks. So you're still below that bug out range. But this one here, ergonomics, blade shape, love it all around. Very fidget friendly, and anyone new to the knife community, NAFS is OEM'd by Kaiser. Kaiser makes some of the best knives for the money. This one is infinitely upgradable as far as scales and stuff of that nature. There is a huge aftermarket in scale accessories, just like with the bug out. You are getting fully nested steel liners on your Lander 2, so you're not going to get, if you do have to get a little rough and tumble with it, it's not going to flex and distort as much under stress. And here we have the mini Doug Ritter RSK in 20 CV. Now this one is one of the smaller ones that I will daily carry. It is a US made design, or US made knife, US design. This one is going to be, I don't know if I can get it on the camera, but this is actually going to be like a true, like 2/3 liner, because the liner actually comes back to about here for added rigidity over what you would get in the bug out. Now, let's pull some of these off here and just set them to the side. Now, we have our bug out. We have our mini Ritter. So, a little bit smaller than the standard bug out. I don't have a mini bug out to compare it to, but it's going to be comparable. You are going to wind up with a slightly thicker handle profile, but I mean, if you got bigger hands, you can really appreciate that in something that's smaller. Sorry about that. Had a little interruption from the children. But yeah, these knives are my current 5-knife rotation, and of course, just because I love the knives, I've got a Lander 1 here as well. Not so much comparable to the others that I carry. That's just a great little lightweight, drop in the pocket, almost forget you have it in there sort of knife. But yeah. If this video makes it out to anybody with Bestech, guys, the price difference that you have here, you know, from what the bug out costs, you could afford to do this in Magna Cut. This Cicada's wing, you could do this in Magna Cut. I know you're doing it in the Dundee, and I think there's a couple other models you're doing Magna Cut with. Do this in Magna Cut. You could still sell it, possibly even with a true PVD coating, cheaper than this. It would sell. But yeah, that's my spiel for today, for this week. Sorry I ain't been uploading more. Work's been kind of crazy, and I only get 1 day a week to really mess around with this stuff. So, if you like the content, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell icon, do all that stuff, you know. Yada, 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 yada. I ain't going to sit here and ramble on about it like everybody else does because I'm not monetized. Haha. Anywho, again, any questions, leave them in the comments, and I will hopefully be uploading another video come this next week. Later, guys. See you in the lives. Usually try to hit up Rob's Nerdy Knives on Monday, Bees Blades on Friday, and SKL with Big Red EDC. I believe he starts midnight on 11 p.m. or midnight Western. I know for me it's like 1 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock in the morning usually. Anywho, I'll see you there.